You know, the biggest thing is, like, if he starts out and feels, you know, rigid or hard to really kind of get into the shape that he needs to be working in, it's not for lack of being in the shape, if that makes sense. Kind of artificial in the frame, right? Like he's in the right spot, but doesn't give the right feeling. It's a little bit of a waiting game just to let the work itself kind of, you know, if he gets a little bit that kind of wooden or stiff bracing feel to him, just to make sure that you're not mimicking that feel, you know, in the contact or kind of riding that he's offering it. So you just want to keep making sure that, you know, when you get them to where you need them to be with the roundness, with the length of neck, with the rhythm, you know, with any of those pieces, that you keep kind of finding all those little places to just ease off, back out, lighten up, release a little bit, and just kind of keep showing him that he not only has to be there, but in the end he has to really be there kind of on his own, right? So that his top line starts to become more, think just kind of absorbent in its elasticity, you know. So if you were to close your hand, you'd feel him yield to that. If you were to soften a little bit, he'd follow it. Let go a little bit, he'd back and forth. Like I said, if you were to close a little bit, he'd squeeze together and accept it. And that I would be testing right from the beginning, you know, of the work with the increases and decreases of bend, the little, you could put in little mild increases and decreases in stride. You could let them a little bit longer, or ride them a little bit up again, and just in that sense with the tempo, you know, really just saying to him, I want you to find a real kind of cadenced rhythm to the trot that's better there. Good. Where he just gets that, not that it should get kind of artificially passagey, but I want it to get that little bit of cadence like he had just that last bit on the long side there, where you start to see his spine move a little bit more, you start to see the swing of the trot come to life. Good. Even a lead, you know, a really quiet, long, drawn-out warm-up, you know, where it's just quiet rising trot, 15-20 minutes, till you really feel his body start to become more and more malleable, more soft. And I want you to keep kind of trying to trust a little bit that rhythm overall, where you're going, I'm going to let him slow down just that little bit. Not that he can get behind the leg slow, not that he can start to suck back slow, but that he just starts to find more of that's better, more of that swing power to the trot. And he's the type where once he's warmed up later, I might get really, you know, kind of on the gas pedal, challenging him to move bigger. But I feel like if he's at all defensive in the top line with the neck, working against you, any brace in there, any tightness that you feel in there, I'd really be just in that waiting game mindset with it till I feel like he just really starts to let go on his own. Then I'd later start to push. Part of that is, like I said right in the beginning, is he kind of assumes the right shape, like the top line shape, and his body posture looks good to start. So if he gives a feel otherwise, the body is doing, in a sense, or is in the right position to give you the right feel. It's just about kind of working them quietly long enough till he does start to release and let